Hello friends, today our topic is how to run a PHP application on Ubuntu 22.04 or Jammy Jellyfish. To run a simple PHP file, we need to set up a server because it is a backend language. Let's discuss the steps to run a PHP application on an Ubuntu system. Note that we are running a simple PHP file on a local Ubuntu system. To configure an Ubuntu server for running a PHP application, it's better to follow the article Deploy Laravel 5.7 app on vultr vc2. This covers all the steps to configure an Ubuntu system to run PHP and deploy a Laravel app. As you know, Laravel is a framework of PHP. Now, running a PHP file or application on the Windows operating system is much simpler using some software like XAMPP, WAMP, etc. as these softwares are bundled with an Apache server, MySQL database, FTP, etc. So, before continuing with the demonstration, we assume that you are already working with the Linux operating system and Unix or Linux commands. Now we are using the following technologies to run a PHP on Ubuntu and you should be aware of it. Apache 2, PHP, MySQL, PHP-MyAdmin. We will run a PHP application on an Ubuntu system. So the steps are: set up an Apache 2 server, install PHP, set up MySQL, install PHP-MyAdmin. So the steps to run a PHP application on Ubuntu system. We need to set up a web server, PHP and MySQL first to run a PHP app. And before starting the installation of the packages, it's always better to update and upgrade the packages we have on our system. And for that, we need the terminal. So, open the terminal at first, and that is our terminal. And first, we try sudo apt get update. Press enter as our super user password is apt-get update updates the list of available packages and their versions, but it does not install or upgrade any packages. So we have to use sudo apt-get upgrade. Press enter. Sudo apt upgrade actually installs newer versions of the packages you have. After updating the lists, the package manager knows about available updates for the software you have installed. So now the time to install the Apache 2. At first, clear the screen for the better view, and for that we are using the Ctrl L. Then a PHP file requires a web server to run. The commonly used web servers today are Apache 2 and Nginx. In this tutorial, we are using Apache 2. It can be installed with the command like sudo apt get install Apache 2. Press enter. So, do you want to continue? Y for yes, and it is installing the Apache 2. So, we really need PHP on our Ubuntu system to run a PHP app. So, after installation of the Apache 2, we have to install the PHP. Once again, we are clearing the screen using Ctrl+L. The Apache 2 is now installed. Then, for installation of the PHP, we need sudo apt install PHP. Press enter. It is now installing the PHP. Do you want to continue? Y for yes. And it is installing the PHP at that moment. The next step would be the installation of the MySQL. As you know, here the PHP version it is installing is 8.1. So already the PHP 8.1 has been installed. So once again clear the screen using Ctrl+A. Now the next step already has been said to install the MySQL. In our PHP project, if we are using our database, it requires having our database server on our system. The most using database with PHP is the MySQL, and this can be set up using the below commands like sudo apt get install MySQL or MySQL server. Then another one, that is MySQL dash client. Press enter. Do you want to continue? Yes. For the next command, once again we have to use the Ctrl+L to clear the screen. Now we should type the command sudo MySQL underscore secure underscore installation. Press enter. So when the questions are prompted, we have to write down in that way. That means connecting to MySQL using a blank password. Validate password component can be used to test passwords and improve security. It checks the strength of password and allows the user to set only those passwords which are secure enough. Would you like to set up validate password component? Type Y and press enter. So here there are three levels of password validation policy. Length greater than equal to 8, that is low, medium, length greater than equal to 8, numeric and mixed case and special characters, and strong for the length greater than equal to 8, numeric, mixed case, special characters and dictionary file. So at that moment we are using the low, that means 0. Please set the password for the root here, and here we are using simply PASSWORD. Enter new password once again, that is PASSWORD. Enter. Do you wish to continue with the password provided? Why? Remove anonymous users? Why? Disallow root logging remotely? Why? That means yes. Remove the test database and access to it? Why? Or that means yes. Reload privilege tables now? Why or yes. So all done. In the latest version of MySQL, it rollbacks the support for the root user. So you cannot migrate the database with the root user. So that we need to create a new user and grant all privileges to the user. So for that we have to type the commands, and before that we are using Ctrl+L to clear the terminal. Then type sudo mysql -user is equal to root, then MySQL. Press enter. Now we are in the MySQL prompt, and to create the user we are typing create, then user, then the name of the user. Here we are using Sumon Das within single quote, then @localhost within single quote, localhost, end of single quote, space identified by password within single quote, semicolon. Press enter. Query OK, 0 rows affected. Then another command or statement we have to execute, that is grant all privileges privileges on asterisk dot asterisk to the username here, that is Sumon Das within single quote, @ within single quote the localhost, with grant option, semicolon. Press enter. Query OK, 0 rows affected. Then we can exit from the MySQL prompt using the exit command. So at that moment we are in the terminal. Now the next step would be the installation of the PHP-MyAdmin. PHP-MyAdmin is a free software tool written in PHP intended to handle the administration of the MySQL over the web. In simple, we can describe it as a graphical user interface for managing a MySQL database. Now, to install PHP-MyAdmin, we can use the command sudo apt get install PHP-MyAdmin press enter, and it is installing the PHP-MyAdmin. Type Y and press enter for yes. Now it will ask for your MySQL credentials and you have to give them properly. At that moment, it is asking for the web server for the PHP-MyAdmin, and we are using here the Apache 2. So that is Apache 2. After proceeding of the installation, we should proceed to the PHP-MyAdmin panel. Configure the database for PHP-MyAdmin with the dbconfig command? Yes. Now the MySQL application password for the PHP-MyAdmin, and we are using the password and password confirmation, that is once again the password. Now the next step for the database installation, we can abort it. Now we can access the PHP-MyAdmin panel. Let's open a browser and type http://localhost/php-myadmin. Press enter. Now you can find an error here. Sometimes accessing the PHP-MyAdmin from the browser may return an error. That means the requested URL was not found on this server. And to solve this error, execute the following steps. That means open apache2.conf file using the nano editor using terminal. Let's go to the terminal once again. Press Ctrl L for clearing the screen. Now type the command sudo minus capital H, then nano, then /etc/apache2/apache2.conf. Press enter. Now we have to include a line at the end of the file. So here include include /php-myadmin/apache.conf. Write out it using Ctrl+O, then exit from the nano editor. And now we have to restart the Apache server, and for that we have to type /etc/init or init.d/apache2 space restart. Press enter. That is asking for the super user password. Authenticate, and now restarting Apache server. Now once again proceed to the browser and refresh. And here the PHP-MyAdmin panel is opened. Now we have to log in, and we can use the username and password as previously created. So that is Sumon Das, the username, and the password is password already we have created. Press on go. So the admin panel, PHP-MyAdmin panel is here. Now click on the new tab. Now you can give any database name such as test to create a new database. Press create. So the database has been created, and you can check here that test is here. It also needs to configure the database details in our PHP project also. Now we have to proceed to the root directory of the Apache web server, and that is in the var/www/html. Let's check the directory. So the other locations, computer, here the var, then www, then the HTML. Practically, this is the directory that the Apache web server looks for the files to serve on our domain by default. This location can be changed later to whatever value we want, but now we have to paste or clone our PHP file or project to this directory. As a default, this directory location can be seen in the location as var/www/html. Now the next step is running the PHP file or any project. Let's create a file here. Right click, but here we can see we cannot create any new folder or we cannot save anything in that particular folder. Practically, after installation of the PHP-MySQL complete, we can check our web folder, that is where we can save our project files or PHP files or subfolders for the project PHP files. And as it is here /var/www/html, but it has no permission granted for the PHP files or folders to save, and for that we have to give the read, write and executable permissions for that particular folder for the current user. And for that, once again we have to go to the terminal. Let's go to the terminal and type the command sudo chmod, then 777, then /var/www/html, the folder, and then minus capital R. Press enter. So now it has the permissions. Let's check. Now you can see the new folder or new file can be created. Let's open the gedit, and here we are typing a very simple PHP file or PHP script, that is PHP, and then echo. If you like the video, subscribe and like, semicolon, and end of the PHP script, and save the file, save as, where computer var www html and here as test.php. Save. So already the syntax coloring is here in the gedit. Let's check in the folder once again. Yes, the test.php is now here. Now to run the test.php, once again navigate to the browser and here type the local host and after that the test.php. Let's check what happens, and if you like this video, subscribe and like. And that is how we can configure the PHP-MySQL-phpMyAdmin in the Ubuntu system, and we can proceed with our PHP file or the project.